Alright, we are back with our 6th war of the Alliance War season, and in case you couldn't tell, we're bringing back an old favorite. We're bringing Blade into war for the first time in I don't even know how long. We've got some repeat fights from our last war that gave us a headache, and we've got possibly the worst death I have ever had in an Alliance war. So be sure to keep watching to check it all out. We're going to hop into our battle group here and check out Path 4. We've got an Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic. We've got a Nick Fury in the middle with a Mixmaster Korg, Stealth Suit Spidey, and then there's that SpiderGwen that gave us a headache from our last war. We got to take her on again on the same node. We've got a Magneto, and we've got some pretty usual suspects on Boss Island. Nothing really surprising there with the Mojo final boss. So we're in Tier 5. We've got the stubborn defensive global again, and we're trying to get back-to-back wins for the first time this season, so let's get right into it. And we've got a somewhat unusual attack team today. We've got Blade, Dr. Doom, and Emma Frost. So we're going to use Blade for these first two fights, because he's got the class advantage against these two Fantastic Fours, and this is a rank 1, 6-star, awakened Invisible Woman. And it's not that bad of a fight. You can see I'm getting the debuffs on me, but I've got the willpower mastery, so I'm going to be constantly healing through this fight. And it's basically just Blade gameplay. Stack the bleeds and kind of let them do their work. So he's also a hashtag defensive champion, so that does give him a nice boost against the stubborn defensive global, which is really nice. And I kind of forget about Blade at all in Alliance War, but he puts in some serious work in this war, and you can see we're going to end this first fight with the full yellow bar of health, get the full attack bonus. Blade looking like his old self. He felt pretty good, not gonna lie. It was a lot of fun playing with him again. So that's going to carry us through to our second fight on Path 4 here in Section 1, and we've got this Mr. Fantastic. He's a 5-star awakened, rank 4, with the steady build-up Fury, long-distance relationship. Again, nothing really to worry about. We're going to bring in Blade. We're going to stack the bleeds, get off as many specials as we can. Not running suicides, obviously. And we're going to see how this fight goes. Again, this is another hashtag defensive champion, but with Blade being defensive as well, he kind of cancels out the indestructible whenever I parry, but I'm not playing super well. I kind of missed a few parries in the beginning there. And I feel like I'm kind of getting back into the rhythm now. I've got Mr. Fantastic's debuff on me from throwing the special 1, but I totally mistimed the dexterity on the special 1, and I get hit by it. I get hit by the end of it, but you can see I'm healing through willpower through his debuff that he placed on me, through his careful study debuff. So we're going to end the fight with another full bar of power, even after taking a special 1. It doesn't really hit hard. And we get the full attack bonus, and we have a full health team as we get off our path and hop into the middle here before we leave Section 1. And we're going to take this Void fight. So you might notice he's still linked. We're going to go ahead and take him with the link on, because it's the heavy hitter node where all we have to do is heavy and knock him down, get rid of the ebb and flow knockdown node, which gives him protection. So Blade's heavy attack hits multiple times, so one heavy is going to get rid of that protection, and then after that it's a regular fight. So we get it on the very first parry, there goes that link node, and now we just worry about Void being Void. And the other thing about this node is that I need to dump my power pretty consistently so that he doesn't take it all from me. And I've made that mistake before on this node where I've almost pushed my opponent to special 3s because they steal my power. So I just need to remember to throw my specials as soon as I get them. And obviously hit him enough times to avoid his debuffs being put on me. You can see I had him on me very quickly, got it off, no big deal. Keep launching the specials. We want to push him to the special 2 because it's easier to evade. I just decided to block the first part of that hit. But you can see we're about a minute in here, and I think we're going to end the fight with this special 2. And we do. Take him down 48 hits. Lost some health, but really good counter for Void. Blade 3 for 3, full attack bonuses. And again, he is performing really well. I'm really enjoying playing with him. It's been a long time. So we've got our 3 blade fights in, and before we move to section 2, we've got this middle section with this Nick Fury, and we're going to be taking this fight with Emma Frost. So you saw the 20% boost I've got on, and the nodes for this Nick Fury are the Power Snack, Backup Recovery 2, and this is a 5-star rank 5 awakened Nick Fury, so he's obviously going to enter his second life, and that is where building up the counter indestructible charges are going to be really valuable, because I basically just have to evade him until his second life drains down to the 30% mark. And in order to do that, I need to not trigger his indestructible phase through my dexterity. So I'm building up those charges right here through the parries, and I'm also trying to crit so I can get the prowess stacked up. Unfortunately, I lose them, so we got a special 2. We're going to hit him a few more times to try to get a few more prowess built up, but at this point he's already got the special 2, so we don't evade it. He goes into the backup recovery, and the recoil damage hurts him from suicides. We get a nice 17,000 crit on the second hit of the special 2, which was great, and that was only with a few prowess stacked up, so that was really good. We're going to block the special 1 here. We've still got several indestructible counter charges. He's taking the recoil damage, and I know I'm taking some block damage, but that's as expected. I haven't been hit yet. Things are going generally pretty well. We've already eliminated the backup recovery node, but now he's at 2.5 bars. So I've got a dexterity, and you can see right there he gets some more power gain. So now he's at like 2 bars and 9/10 of a third. He's so close. Fortunately, he was pretty generous in throwing that special 2. I kind of got into a little bit of a bad way right there, but he's down to his final 30%. We're going to go in for a combo. We're going to try to dex one more special 2, but again, he's gaining power, and I just need him to throw it. Again, he throws it pretty generously. I get hit by it. He takes the recoil damage. We get the special 2 off. We crit, and we get the kill. We get the 1-shot. Took a ton of damage, but that was really the main fight I needed Emma Frost for. So it felt pretty good, and we got the full attack bonus. It's a pretty good war so far. Again, we're in tier 5. We're doing pretty well. So I'm feeling pretty good going into section 2. Unfortunately, this is kind of where the wheels come off. I decided to heal up my Emma Frost because I'm sitting here looking at this stealth suit Spidey. And I must have been looking at him for like 5 minutes because I couldn't decide whether or not I should take him. In the last war, I got destroyed here by a thing on this node. And this time, I kind of took the fight because I wanted a little bit of revenge. I wanted to prove to myself I could take it. I've got Emma Frost, so when she's in her telepath phase, she'll ignore his evades. And so I thought I had a pretty good option here. And when the first 2 parries go off, they're pretty good. I parry the first 2 hits, but I didn't realize I had parried that second one, so I backed up. I missed the parry there. He's gaining power through the kinetic transference. He's already at a bar, and I can feel myself getting locked into the same cycle that I got locked into last time, which is getting backed up against the wall. He's being unstoppable. He has the evades, and I'm just worried right here. I'm like full on panic mode already, and this is just such a horrible death on my part. I'm going to take a combo right here. He's going to launch another special, and it's like he's unstoppable. He's got the evade. I can't hit him. I don't know what to do. I just panic and start swinging, and I go down hard. So I should not have taken that fight. It's definitely decided I will no longer be taking that node in future wars. I am 0 for 2 there. So that brings us to this SpiderGwen with a steady build-up unblockable. This is the fight I had so many problems with last time with Nick Fury. I got the 1-shot, but I was like fighting from behind my wall the whole time. She was unblockable for half the fight. And I just am like, let's not let that happen again. Blade's got the class advantage, same as Nick Fury. Fortunately, this is only a 5-star rank 4, and they're not running max limber. So I can hit her a fair amount while she's stunned, so I don't have to trigger the evades. And so far, that's working out. They're running suicides. She's taking the recoil damage, and she's just going to drop from the bleeds. It was such an easy fight with Blade compared to what I did with Nick Fury. It was unreal. We got the full attack bonus here, and the difference from this fight to the last fight was like night and day. So I felt really good getting the 1-shot here relatively easily. So we're back on track here to finish off Section 2, and we got this Magneto. Unfortunately, Dr. Doom is a metal champ, and Emma Frost is KO'd, so my only option, unless I want to revive her, is to use Blade with the class disadvantage, and his bleeds are going to do next to nothing to this Magneto. So I'm going to do something that I almost never do, and I'm going to use a class disadvantage here to take the fight. And I mean, you can see the bleeds I'm putting on him are really doing nothing because Magneto is 90% immune to bleeds, I think. So I know I'm not going to win this fight through the bleed damage. But fortunately, because they're still on him, I'm gaining power like crazy by being in proximity to the bleeds. So I'm able to get off a lot of specials, and I'm able to dex his special 1 really easily, so I'm being careful not to push him to the special 2. I'm triggering several of the indestructible counter charges, so I don't have to worry about him going indestructible, even though he is a defensive champ. And so far, we're 40 hits in. You know, we're looking pretty good. He's a little over half health. So we're looking at the timer. We've only gone through a minute, so I know I'm not going to time out. Feeling good, just launching specials after specials, baiting the special 1s, holding the block to heal a little bit. I'm going to get some healing from the armor break debuff that's applied. So I know I'm not really in danger of like really losing this fight right now. Like everything's really in control. Nothing's gone wrong. And even with the class disadvantage, I'm still like putting in work here. And the fight's just taking longer because of that class disadvantage. But again, it's basically just recycling these special 2s, gaining a ton of power from the proximity to the bleeds, dexing the special 1, and we've got so many indestructible counter charges. I'm trying to heal up here a little bit, but I'm going to be at that 70% number, it looks like. So I think I can finish the fight around there, basically where I came in. And he's so close to going down now. We're up to 3 minutes. And I think we're going to go in for one more combo here. Finish him off. We get the full attack bonus with Blade. Again, Blade for the win. He is the war MVP right now. We get the full attack bonus to finish off our path. So we had only one more fight scheduled for this war, and it was the Mephisto mini-boss. But one of my alliance mates couldn't finish off this Nova, so we got Dr. Doom, who was an excellent counter, so we decided to hop in here and finish this off. I boosted up partially for this fight, but I also planned on carrying these boosts into the Mephisto mini-boss fight, because once this Nova is down, we can get there right away, get that fight done, take advantage of the boost damage. And this Nova is on the Ebb and Flow intercept, so it's a pretty common placement for a Nova, just because you're dealing so much less damage unless you intercept him. And then when you intercept him, he blocks you, and it could auto-block you and trigger the parry mastery, so it's a little unnerving. But we're going to go in with Dr. Doom, and I just have to remember that I can't parry his mediums. That's the only thing I have to remember. Just do not try to parry his mediums. And hey, let's not get hit by the special 1, which I just did, and then I forgot that I can't parry his mediums, so I take a nice combo to the face. Yeah, pretty rough start to this fight. Fortunately, he had so little health, I was like, there's no way I'm going to lose this fight. Even if I take a combo, I'm fine. So we get to the special 3, we get into the Doom cycle, and just like anything else with the Doom cycle, once you get into it, they're going to drop. Doesn't matter if they have that protection, doesn't matter if they're taking so much less damage because of that protection. The special 3 nearly kills them alone. We get the finishing blow there off the passive stun, so we still get the attack bonuses to help out the Alliance, and we take that into our last fight of the war, which is this Mephisto mini-boss. So obviously we're going to take our MVP into this last fight. We're going to bring in Blade to close out this war on this Mephisto. He's on the recovery, vigorous assault nodes, nothing really to worry about. He's a 5-star, rank 5, but he's a dimensional being. And Blade's danger sense is going to be active the entire time to give him that nice attack boost, shut down his ability accuracy. We've got the boosts on from the last fight, and I'm like so confident. The first thing that threw me off was that his aura of incineration actually perked. With Blade's ability accuracy reduction here, I thought for sure there was no way that was going to perk even once in this fight, and we get it on the first combo. So I was a little iffy after that. I was like, oh my gosh, if he's perking that so often, it's going to make this fight much more of a bear. So I'm kind of like worried. I'm missing a few parries, and I just know I have to kind of like get back into this fight. So I start fighting better, get the specials off. The bleeds are doing their thing. He's going down like insanely fast, and I'm going to try to keep him at the special 1. I don't want to push him to the special 2. I'm able to hold my block to get some healing. Just bait out the special 1. There goes the regeneration. Blade's ability accuracy just kind of like shuts it down though. The bleeds are on him, so the Despair Mastery shuts it down. He doesn't really regenerate much. Bait out one more special 1, and at this point I'm like, okay, I think we're probably going to win this fight with this special 2 right here. Throw it, let the bleeds do their work, and drop him down. Blade again, Deathless War with Blade, and we get another full attack bonus. Less than 50 hits for that mini boss. It was amazing. So that's going to finish off our war, and we did end up winning. So we've got back-to-back tier 5 wins for the first time this season, which is awesome. We just barely missed out on an MVP spot, but again, fine with me as long as we get the win. Our alliance fought really well. It was a great team effort, and we're going to hope to string this along with a 3rd win in a row in tier 5. So we'll catch you in that video.